So in the last class, we had discussed about mathematical functions. Okay. Today, we'll discuss text function, statistical, and date function. Okay. So now, text function. First, let us start with len. Okay. When I say text, it's not only of alphabets. Okay. It can be a combination of alphabets as well as numbers also. Okay. So here the first function what we have here is len. Len is nothing but length. Okay. To check the length of the string. Okay. This is called as string. String is nothing but a sequence of characters. Okay. Now I want to know how many characters are there within this cell. Okay. So how to check that? For that, we'll be using which function? Len. So first, you have to give equal. So whenever you're using any functions, you have to begin with symbol equals. Now, you have to give here len, open parenthesis. Now, it is displaying here what? Text. Okay. Now, I'll select here text, close the parenthesis, and press enter. So it is displaying the result what? It is displaying the result as 9. Why? Because in the cell A4, it contains a word Bangalore and it is having how many characters? It is having 9 characters. Okay. So in the next cell, I want to know how many characters are there in this particular cell. Again, for that, I need not to use the formula again because as I already entered the formula, you can just fill down it. Okay, so it is showing 23. Now let's check how it is 23. Remember, space, comma, space, comma, exclamatory mark, anything you use a special characters, even that is also considered as a single character. Okay. Now we'll count once. HIC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, here totally there are 23 characters including what? Space, exclamatory and question mark. Now, you would have noticed here when I give a function len, it will display what? Text. But what I was doing till now, I was just selecting the range. See, I have not given a text here. Instead, what I have done, I have given the reference, means I have specified just a cell address which contains the data. Okay. Now, if you want to give the text within the function only, how to give? Let's check that. Equals len, open the parenthesis. Now here I want to give a word MS Excel. Can I give like this? If I give MS Excel and then close parenthesis, if I press enter, do you think it will display the result? See, I have given equals len, open the parenthesis, and then I have typed here as MS Excel. Do you think will it display the result? I have told you before also, whenever you are giving the text within a function, it should be within double quotes. Okay, so here it will not display the result. If I press enter, it will show what? Undefined name. So what you need to do, you need to give within double inverted quotes. So now if I press enter, it will show how many characters that cell contains. Currently, I have not given the cell address, so it will not show cell contains. What it shows? It shows how many characters this text is having. Okay. So next we have a function called as trim. In the cell A9, I'll type few contents, like let's say I'll type here the spreadsheet software. Okay. Now when I type this as spreadsheet software, I have given 3 spaces. How many? 3 times I have given a space. What you will do usually, whenever you write any sentence, you'll just give a single space, right? And whenever you type also, you'll give a single space between the words. But here, what I have done, I've added an extra space. Okay. And at the beginning also, we don't give a space, but see here, I have given extra space. Now I want to clear that. Okay. Like if I have given any extra space, I want to remove that. So to remove that, we use a function called as what? Trim. Okay. What does trim function says? It removes all spaces from a text string except for single spaces between words. Okay. Now open the parenthesis, select the text. Now close the parenthesis, press enter. Now can you see here? We don't have an extra space. At the beginning here I have given a space, but here there is no space, and here also there is only single space. Now let's check, like, what is the difference between this and this. For that I'll be using again here len function. See, equals len. Let's check how many characters are there here. So it is showing how many? 23. So why it is showing 23? It is including the space which I have given at the beginning and 2 extra space. In this cell, I have removed that extra spaces. So now let's check what is the length of this string. Okay, equals len. I'll select this text. So it is showing 20. See, there were 3 extra spaces which I had given in A9. That is clear. Okay. Now, do you think if I copy and paste this data in anywhere in this cell or in some other worksheet, will it get the same data? I'm asking you a question. Here, I have got a spreadsheet software, right? Here, I have removed extra spaces. If I copy this data and then paste somewhere else, let's say in this cell that is in C10, will it display as spreadsheet software or not? Anyone? If you know the answer, you can type it in a chat. My question is, if I copy paste this, here I have used a formula. Okay. If I copy and paste this here, will I get the result as spreadsheet software? Anyone? Okay. See, if I copy here and paste anywhere, what it does is, it will not show me any result. It will show what? It will show the formula, because in this cell I have used the formula. I have not given directly a spreadsheet software. If you don't want to copy this as a formula, if you want just as a text, what you need to do is, you need to copy this text, okay, and select the cell where you want only value, not, can you see here at the top it is showing the formula. This cell contains the result, but what it is showing here, it is showing the formula. But now what I want is, when I copy and paste it here, it should show me as this spreadsheet software, even in formula bar also. Okay. Control C, copy. place it. You can go to here paste. See here we have paste option. Here we have formulas. Here we have formula and contents. I want what? Only text. Can you see here? Values. Below that paste values, you have this option only values. Click on that. Now, can you see here? Here it is displaying only as spreadsheet software. If I copy and paste it anywhere, it will only show me text. It will not show the cell reference. Okay. This is about trim. Len means what? Len means it will display how many characters are there in the string. And what the string does, it will clear or it will remove extra spaces given in the cell. Okay. Now, next what we have here is left, mid and right function. Okay, now there is one code given here, that is P2EA2591BJ3. Here P2 is, let's say there is some code. P2E is some subject code, and A2591 is a different number, and BJ3 it's like again it's a different code. Now I want to separate each. I want to separate P2E, then A2591 and BJ3. Okay. Now if I want to extract any characters from left, we use a function called as left. Okay. You have to give here equals. Left is a function name. So now we can see the arguments given here. It is asking for what? First, text. Now where is the text? Text is in A13 cell. Okay, select that cell, then give comma. Now number of characters. So now what I said, I want to extract P2E from left of this text. So number of characters means here I have to count till E. P2E. Totally I want here 3 characters from this text from left side. So if I give 1, it will only display here P. If I give 2, it will display P2. If I want to extract P2E, then I am supposed to give 3. Then close the bracket, press enter. So now here it is extracted what? 3 characters from left of this cell. Now, first let us extract BG3 from a cell A13 equals. Right is a function name. Now, where is the text? Text is in A13. So select what? A13 cell, comma, number of characters. See, if I want to just exact only 3, I have to give 1. If I want J3, then I have to give 2. If I want BJ3, then how many characters I'm supposed to give? I'm supposed to give 3 here. So here specify 3, close the parenthesis, enter. Okay. I want here mid text. Mid text means the text which is in middle. That is A2591. See, either it is neither towards left or right. So now what I want to exact. I want these characters here. So for that we use a function called mid. Okay. Open the parenthesis. Now it is displaying here first what? Text. Where is the text? Text is in A13 cell. Okay. Give comma. Now I want here from A, right? So A is in which position? Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Starting position is what? 4th position, comma, number of characters. I want A 2, 5, 9, 1. So totally 5 characters. So number of characters will be how much? 5. Close the parenthesis, press enter. Okay. To extract the characters from left, we use left function. From right, we use right function. If you want from the middle, we use a function that is mid. Okay. Next, here we have upper, lower, and proper. Now here in 3 cells, I have given some data which is not in any case, neither in uppercase nor in lowercase. It's like combined, like I have mixed uppercase, lowercase also. Now what I want in this cell, where in B16 cell, I want this data to be displayed in uppercase. In which case? Uppercase. So what I need to do? I need to convert it. How to convert it? Click inside the cell, equals, upper is a function to convert all the text into capital letters. Select the text, close the parenthesis, press enter. So if you want to convert all this to uppercase, no, again, don't use the formula. So I have told you there are 3 ways to copy the formula for other cells. What is the first method? First method is you can place this cursor at the corner. You will get a thin plus symbol. You can do left double click. This is one method. Second method is you can click and drag down. That is, you can use fill down option. And there is one shortcut key also for that. You can select the range like this and press Ctrl D. Okay. In this, I want all the characters in lowercase. That means all in small letters. So what we need to do? We need to use a function to convert all the characters to small letters. For that, here we will be using lower function. Open the parenthesis. Now select the text, close parenthesis, press enter. Okay, now fill down. Next, what we have here is proper. Okay, what is the use of proper? Proper, it is used to convert all the characters to sentence case. Sentence case is nothing but if you have any word. Now let's take an example of this. It is already beginning with capital letter, but other characters and not in a proper, like it is neither in a lowercase or uppercase. But now I want to convert into sentence case where only the starting letter of the word will be capital letter and other letters will be small letters. Okay. For that, here we are using which function? Proper. Okay. Equals, give here proper, open the parenthesis, select the text, close the parenthesis, press enter. Now you can use your fill down to fill for the other cells. Currently, I have given here only a single text, right? There is only one word. Now let's check with sentence. Let me add a row here. Can anyone tell me what is the shortcut key to insert a row? Anyone? Type it in the chat. How do you insert a row? You can tell me by using insert or a shortcut. If you know the shortcut key also, you can tell me. What is the shortcut key to insert a row? To insert a row, shortcut key is Control plus. Okay. Now here I'll increase the row height. Here I'll give Excel is a spreadsheet software. Now I want to convert this to proper case. Now let's check. Will there be any change or will it be same? Okay. Equals proper is a function. If I select this text and close a parenthesis, now we can see the difference here. What I said, a proper is a function which converts all the starting letters of the word to uppercase and other characters will be there in lowercase. You can see the difference between this and this. If you want to convert all the characters, say when you're typing something, you may type it in between a small letter or capital letter. If you want to correct it later, if you have large amount of data, you can make use of these functions. Convert to all uppercase, use upper. To lowercase, use lower. To change to a sentence case or proper case, you can use proper function. Okay. And next here we have a function called replace and substitute. Replace is different and substitute is a different function. Why do we use replaces? If you know the position, from which position to which position, how many characters you want to replace, we'll be using a function replace. Now let us take an example of this. I have a data in A22 cell, right? P2EA2591BJ3. Now in the replace, like I want to use replace function to replace 2591 with 3000. What I want to replace, instead of 2591 in B22 cell, I want as P2EA3000 BJ3. Okay. Now let's check how this replace function works. Equals replace. What it says? It says replace a part of a text string with a different text string. Okay. So now we replace, open the parenthesis. Now first, what is the argument it is showing? Old text. Where is the old text? It is in A22. If you want, you can type as A22 also. Or select the cell. Then give comma. Then starting num. Starting num is nothing but the position of this. So how many characters I have to change? I have to change 4. But before that, I want to know the position, right? So the position of this 2, not this 2. 25912 is 5th position. Now let us count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. This 2 is in which position? 5th position, comma. From there, how many characters I want? I want to replace 4 characters. Next is number of characters. It's nothing but 4. 2591 is 4, no? If I want to replace only 259, I have to specify 3 here. But my requirement is I want to replace here 2591. So number of characters will be how many? 4. And new text. So what is the new text I have to give? Here I want to give here 3000. So I am typing here 3000. Then I'll close the parenthesis. If I press enter, it will show here what? P2EA 3000 BJ3. Next function what we have here is substitute. Here we don't specify the position and how many characters it has to replace. What we'll do is we'll just specify which character and it should be substituting with what. See, here what we did, here in this arguments it shows where is the old text and what is the position, how many characters and what you want to replace with. But in substitute it's not like that. Equals substitute is a function. It is asking where is the text. Text is here. Okay. Give comma. old text. Here I'm not specifying the position. Here I'm specifying the text, that is 2. Now I want to substitute 2 with 6. So I have given here 2. New text what I want to give is 6 and close a parenthesis. If I press enter, it will show here. Whenever there is a 2 in this cell, here it is substitute with the value what? 6. Okay. Do you have any doubts in this? In len, trim, left, mid, right? If you have any doubts still here, you can tell me. Type it in the chat. Do you have any doubts in this? Let me know in the chat. Okay. So next, we have a function here, repeat. So repeat is a function to repeat number of times. Now, I say repeat a number 5, 6 times means what you will do? 5, you write 6 times, right? Here, I've already given a symbol here. I want to repeat that symbol 8 times in this cell. Okay. You have to give first equals, then rept, that is repeat, open the parenthesis. It is asking for the text. I've already entered the text in 825. What I'll do is I'll select it, then I'll give comma. I want to repeat this text. How many times is it? 8. So I'll type your 8, enter. See, that symbol is repeated how many times? 8 times. Now let's say I want to repeat this character X 5 times. Then what I have to give? Can anyone tell me what I have to use? You can see the formula there. I have used rept at the cell address, comma 8. Now my question is, I have a content here that is in 826 cell. Now you have to tell me, if I want to repeat that character 5 times, what I have to give in the cell? What is the format I have to type? Anyone? Repeat is a function to repeat the character, a specified character, the number of times. If I specify 5, it will repeat 5 times. If I give 6, it will repeat 6 times. So if I want to repeat the character which is present in 826, what is the formula I have to give? So here you have to give equals rept, open parenthesis. You need to select the text, comma. If I want it 5 times means here you have to give 5, then close the parenthesis, press enter. In the next character also I want 5 times. So I'll just fill down here. If I want to change it, you can change number of times. How many times you want to change? Now let's give here 6. Okay. Next, what we have here is find. So what is meant by find? Find is nothing but you're finding for a specific text. Here find and search, it is used to find for a specific character only, but find this case sensitive function. Case sensitive means let's say I want to find a letter S in the string. Okay, I'll give here find function, find text. So which is the text which you want to find? That means you want to know the position of that character in the given cell. In this cell, I want to know what is the position of S. Now, as it is text, you have to type within double inverted quotes. I'll give here S, close double quotes, comma, within text. So this text is in A30. Now close the parenthesis, press enter. So it is showing second, right? See, it is showed what? 2. The position is 2, right? But now what I'll do is I'll search for the same character yes. Instead of giving capital letter, I'll give here in lowercase equals find text is S, close double quotes, comma, within text. My text is present in A30th cell, so select A30, comma. Here, if I specify position, start now means from which position you want to start. I don't want to specify the position, so I'm not specifying here. I'll close the parenthesis, then I'll press enter. It is showing here undefined value. As I told you, find this case sensitive. Okay. Now if I give capital letter S, it will show the result. At the beginning itself, they have specified. You can see here when you are typing the function, there itself they will give the definition. See what it says: returns the starting position of one text string within another text string. Means the character whatever you specify, it will display the position of that in a given string. Okay, and they are also given that find this case sensitive. It will, if I have capital letter S, it will only search for capital letter S. If you give a small letter S and if you're finding for that, then it will not show the result. So now I want to know the position of small letter E. Okay, I'll give you a find. Find text is what? Small letter E, that is all lowercase e, comma, within text is this. You can see they have given here start num. So it should start from 4th position. Okay. I don't want to search for this E. I want to search it from 4th position. I'll give here 4. If I close the parenthesis, it shows it is in 7th position. From here it starts. So it is showing what? 7th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is here. Okay. Now, see, there is a little difference that's all. Okay, the difference is find is case sensitive, but search is not case sensitive. It is similar to this. Instead of find here, I'm going to type as search. Find text. Here I'll give a small letter S only. It will search and it will show the position also. Within text is this. Then I'll close the parenthesis and then I'll press enter. See, when I use here, it was showing what? It was showing undefined value. But here, search, it's not like that. Remember, find is case sensitive function and search is not case sensitive. Okay. And next, here we have concatenate. Concatenate is nothing but it is used to combine the data which is present in a different cells within a cell. Now here I have given MS Excel. Okay. Here I have not typed the word MS Excel, but here we have the characters which makes the word MS Excel. Okay. I want to combine here it as what? MS Excel in the cell C34. So I'm going to use which function? Concatenate equals concatenate is a function. So here what it is displaying? Text 1 comma text 2. So here I have to separate each characters with what? Comma. I want here as what? MS Excel. So I give M comma S comma next E comma X comma C comma again I want E comma L. What I'm doing, I'm separating each text with what? Commas. Then I'll use your parenthesis to close. Then I'll press enter. So now what it is displaying? It is displaying as MS Excel. But I want to give in this cell space. Here I have not given a space now between MS and Excel, but I want to give space here. So how to give? Equals concatenate. Same manner you have to select M comma S comma E, means you need to select the cell address. I'm just selecting the cells X comma C comma E comma L, close the parenthesis. Now I want a space between MS and Excel, right? This is M and this is X. Here you need to give double quotes, then give space, close double quotes, then give comma, and then press enter. Now can you see there? It is separated with space. Now here I want to separate that with hyphen. Currently what I have given here, I have given space, but now I want to give here hyphen. That is MS hyphen Excel, like that it has to display. So equals. Now what I do is I'll select this cell only. If you want, you can also do that. Concatenate. Let me just select the contents only. M comma S comma. What I said, I want to give hyphen within double quotes. Give hyphen, close double quotes. Give comma. Then select E comma X comma C comma E comma L. See, here I have not given any space. Here I have given space, and instead of space here I have given hyphen. Okay, this is one method of combining the data which is present in different cells in a single cell. Okay, now I'm not going to use concatenate function. Without using concatenate, how to combine, I'll show you by using this ampersand symbol. Okay, the symbol is called as ampersand. Now give equals. I'll not be giving here MS Excel. I just want here as Excel. Okay, select the letter and select the cell address E ampersand X ampersand C ampersand E ampersand L. Just press enter. Okay, so if you're using the function, you can use concatenate. If you don't want to use a function, you can use this ampersand to combine different functions. Like, see, now currently what we are doing is we are just using a single time. Okay, only once we are using. If you're combining more than one function, then we'll be using this character, that is ampersand. Okay, now I'll give you an example of this. Let's say mobile number. How many characters will be there? So totally there will be 10 digits, right? Now I want to show there are 10 numbers, but what I want is I don't want to show last 7 characters. I want to hide it, means I want to show there are 7 characters, but it should not be displayed. If I say extracting, I can extract 1, 2, 3, but in the other cell, no, I don't want to leave it blank. I want to hide that with some symbol. I'm going to combine here 2 functions. I'm going to combine 2 functions by using which symbol? I'm going to use your ampersand. Okay. Now what I said, I want to show here, means I want to extract your 1, 2, 3. So to extract the characters from left side, which function do we use? We use left right equals left, select text, comma. I want how many characters here? I want 3 characters. So I'll give 3. I close the parenthesis. If I press enter, so it is showing there are 3 characters. But now I want to show 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 are hidden. That means those many numbers are there, but it is hidden. So how to show that? We can use your ampersand. Okay. Now I'm using here a function repeat, because I want to repeat asterisk symbol 7 times. So text, I'm going to give here this asterisk. I have not typed that asterisk symbol anywhere, so directly I am typing a text here. Whenever you type a text within a function, you have to give within double inverted quotes, then give comma. I want to repeat this how many times? I want to repeat this 7 times. So give here 7, close the parenthesis. See? Now here it is hidden. You can also use a right function to extract characters from right, and then if you want to hide it, how will you do? I've showed with left and repeat. If you want to show the characters from left are hidden, what you can do is you can extract from right first. Let me show you an example of that. Equals. First, I want to hide your 8 characters with a symbol X, a capital letter X. I will not be using any symbol. I'll be using alphabetical letter X, a capital letter. Now, rept function. I'm specifying the text. I want to repeat this 7 times, not 7. I want it 8, because I'm going to extract only 2 characters. Then you can use ampersand. I want to extract only 9, 1 from cell C25. So I'm going to use a function here, right. Now what you have to do, you need to select the text, comma. I want to extract how many characters here? 2. Close the parenthesis, enter. What I have used here is like I have extracted the characters from left and then I have written, means I have repeated few characters. Here I have extracted from right 2 characters, and then here I'm showing there are 8 more characters. If you want the same in the center, like in the middle of the text, you can use first the repeat, then mid, and then again repeat. Okay, you can try this. Remember, if you want to combine more than one function, we have to use which one? We have to use ampersand symbol. Okay. So next, what we have here is exact. So exact, what it does, it will check whether 2 strings are equal or not. 2 strings means you'll be having data in 2 different cells. It will match whether both are equal. Let's say in this sheet, in A39 I have given as Excel, and in B39 also I have given as Excel. Now, if both are equal means it will check the case. E is in, here E is in capital letter, here E is in capital letter. Here X is in small letter, here X is in capital letter. That means it is not matching, right? Again, exact is case is diff. So here we have like 2 functions, that is find, search. Within this 2, In these two, which is a case sensitive function, find. In the same manner, exact is also a case sensitive function. If these two strings are matching, then here it will display result as true. If it is not matching, it will display there as false. It is to check only two strings, not more than that. Equals exact. See, text1 comma text2. We don't have any other arguments, only two strings. This is text1 and this is text2. So here when we see this, it is in proper case and it is in uppercase, so it will show as false. But here in 48 row where I have given the data, both are equal. So now what it will show? It will show as true. Equals exact text1 comma text2. So both are same, so it will display here what? True. If both are not same, that means if both are, maybe characters are same, but if it is in different cases, still it is invalid because exact is case sensitive. It will only check whether both are equal or not. Okay. Next, what we have here is char and code. Now, whatever keys we have in a keyboard, no, each and every key has got different ASCII value. ASCII stands for American Standard Code for Information Interchange. Okay. Now we have alphabetic data, that is small letters. We have A, B, C, capital letter A, B, C, D. It is in uppercase. We have each and every character. Now I have given here small letter W. Here I have given in uppercase because for each and every character there will be a different code. Okay, if you want to know the code of the character, that is a ASCII code, we'll be using a function called as code. If you want to know for which character the ASCII value is 56, now I'm going to use char. To know the code, we'll be using a function code. To know the character, we use a function char. Now here I have given few ASCII values. I want to check. Okay, now let's check. Equals char is a function. What it says, returns the character specified by the code number from the character set for your computer. Now I'm going to give here 56. It's a number. Now let's check for which character, for which number. It can be any character, any number. Okay, for that, what is the ASCII value? We can check. I've given 56 there. So 56 is the ASCII code of a number 8. Now let me give here 95 and let's check. Equals. If you want, you can directly give here. Just click and drag. So this is for underscore. We have underscore symbol, right? Beside the parenthesis key, we have a hyphen and underscore. 95 is the code for a character that is underscore. And for capital letter U, ASCII value is 85. And for character G, ASCII value is 103. Here I already entered the code. I wanted to know for which character these codes. Okay. Now here I have specified number, @ symbol, then alphabetic data. Now let's check what is the ASCII code of small letter W. Equals code, open a parenthesis, select the text, close the parenthesis, enter. Now if I fill down here, it will show. Okay, for capital letter W, ASCII code is 87. For a number 85, the ASCII code is 56. And for @ symbol, ASCII value is 64. Now let's check with different characters. Okay, instead of @ symbol, now here I'm giving space. For space, the ASCII value is 32. Now let's check with some other character. I'm giving here colon. Let's check with this. Colon, it is 58. You can just type the character and you can check what is the ASCII code of that by using which function? Code. Okay. Do you have any doubts in these functions? If you have any doubts, you can clear the doubts. Please let me know in the chat. Do you have any doubts in text function? So what are the functions we have learned today? Len. Why do we use len? To know the length of the string means how many characters are there. Trim to clear extra spaces. Then to extract characters from specific position. From left side we use left. From right we use right. From middle we use mid function. And to convert the characters to upper, lower and proper, we have a function that is upper, lower and proper only. If you want to make, like if you have any sentence which is in a sentence case, so what we do is when you're writing, you will write it in a sentence case, but in between if you want a capital letters, means each word should begin with a capital letter, we can use proper. And for replacing any specific characters, we use replace. If you want to substitute the value, we use a function substitute. To repeat the characters, we use a repeat function. To find the character in a specific text, what we use is find and search. If you're finding for a specific case, either uppercase or lowercase, you can use find. If you're not searching based on specific case, then you can use search. And concatenate, it is a function to combine the data which is present in different cells into a single cell. If you don't want to use concatenate function, you can use ampersand symbol. And if you want to check whether two strings are equal or not, we use a function that is exact. Okay. If you want to know the ASCII value, we use a function code. If you want to know the character of an ASCII code, we use a function char. Okay. If you have any doubts in this, please let me know. Let me know in the chat if you have any doubts. Okay. So next, we'll move to the next function, that is statistical function. Okay. So now whatever we have learned, it is text function. Next, we'll begin statistical function. So in the statistical function, we'll be learning functions such as average, max, min, and in the last class, in the last session, we have done sum ifs, right? Similar to that, here we have average ifs, countif, like that. Means based on a condition, if you want to calculate average, count, that we'll be learning under statistical function. Okay. If you don't have any doubts, before starting statistical function, I'll ask you a few questions. You can type the answer in the chat. Okay. Now, if I want to calculate total and numbers are in series, Okay, it can be vertically or horizontally. To calculate total, total is nothing but sum, right? What is the shortcut key you use to calculate total? Total is nothing but sum, auto sum. What is the shortcut key of auto sum? Type it in the chat. What is the shortcut key to calculate to use auto sum? Okay, take a break for 10 minutes. So I'll be back at 3, 4. Okay. At or 3, 4. At 3, 5, I'll be back. Let's continue from there. Okay. Take a break. Am I audible to you? Students, if I'm audible to you, please let me know in the chat. Okay. Now, let's start statistical function. Okay. So here, first we are beginning with average. So we have already learned this average. I think in the first or second class where we had under auto sum, count, not counter, sum, max, min, average was there. Okay, the same average function will be using here also to calculate the average. So to know the average of any range, we have to give a function here, average. So what do you mean by average? Average is nothing but it returns the average of its arguments. That means arithmetic mean it will display which can be numbers or names, comma, reference, array or reference. So what you need to do is we just need to select the range of data here to calculate the average. Just give equals average, open a parenthesis, select the numbers. Now I've selected how many numbers here? That totally 6 numbers what I have selected. Okay. Now select the particular range which contains only 6 numbers. Now I want to know the average. Close the parenthesis, press enter. Let it show 57.83333. Now I want to know the highest value within the range. There is a function called max to know the highest value within the range. Give equals max, select the range. Okay. Can anyone tell me what is the highest value in a given range? Highest and lowest. I have selected a particular range now, that is from A4 to C5. Okay. Now tell me which is the highest number in a given range. What about minimum value? If I give a function min, it will display very good. It will display a minimum value, that is 21. As of now, what we have done, we have not used any conditions here, right? We have done average, there was no condition. We just wanted to calculate the average of the range. Now, I have got a condition here. The condition is that I want to calculate the average salary. Okay, if salary is above 6,000. Now what I have to do? I need to calculate the average of salary column where the salary is above 6,000. Okay, like here we have 3 fields, that is department, year and salary. Now, how do you select the range? If you want to know which range you have to select, you have to see the criteria. Now here the criteria is, if I want to know the average salary, it is showing the salary should be above 6,000. That means what? 6,000 is in salary column. So the range will be what? Salary range. That means C10 to C16. Here we have only one condition, that to calculate average if salary is above 6,000. So we have to use here equals average if. Now, what is the first argument given? The first argument given is range. Select the range, comma. Criteria will be what? Criteria will be above 6,000. Above 6,000 is nothing but I have to use greater than 6,000, close double quotes, comma. Now, it is displaying average range. In which field you want to calculate the average? So in which field? I want in the salary only. So close a parenthesis, press enter. Okay. Now we have calculated the average of what? Average of salary column if salary is above 6,000. Now I want to calculate the average salary of sales department. Okay. Now what will be the range here? Can you tell me what is the range I have to select? Here the condition is to calculate average if only in sales department. We have many departments here, no? Admin, HR, sales, IT, production, HR. We have here 2 times sales department and that given data, admin, HR and all, only once it is given. Now tell me what is the range I have to select so that I can calculate the average of sales. That is sales, no, range. Which range? See what we have done here. I want to know the average of salary column if salary is above 6,000. So I selected salary column. Okay. See the criteria. Criteria is 6,000. If you have large amount of data, you cannot specify the current, specific cell, right? Now, what is my condition here? I want to calculate average salary in sales department only. Only in sales department. Now, you have to check sales is in which column? It's in department column, right? So, we need to select here the range as department equals average if my criteria is what? Condition is sales. Sales is in which column? Department column, right? So we need to select department range. Okay. Then give comma. Criteria will be what? Criteria will be sales. Now it is asking for average range. What is the average range I have to select? I have to select the average range. This. And then close the parenthesis, press enter. So here we have sales 2 times. Okay, sales is repeated 2 times. We have 3,000 and 9,000. 3,000 plus 9,000 is how much? It's 12. Sales is repeated 2 times. So 12,000 divided by 2 is how much? 6,000. Okay. This is about average if you have the condition, what you have to do, you need to check that particular word or number is in which column. Based on that, we need to select the range. Okay. If you have any doubts in average if, please let me know. If you have understood this average if, let me know in a chat. Okay. Now here we have a product column and sales. Now I want to calculate average based on 2 columns. Previously we had only 1 column. There was only 1 condition, but here we have 2 conditions. And the criteria I will not be typing within a function. I'll be selecting the cells. Okay. Equals average ifs. Average range will be this range. Okay. Criteria range 1. Now I have to check both product and sales. So here the criteria is keyboard. So keyboard will be in which column? Product column. Now what you need to do? You need to select this range, comma. You have to give the criteria. As I told you, I'll not be typing the criteria here. I will select the cell where I have given the criteria. Okay. I have given the criteria in D28 cell. Then I'll give comma. Next, what we have here is criteria range 2. So now I have to check what in sales. So I need to select this criteria range 2, comma. Criteria will be what? Criteria is this cell. Then close the parenthesis, press enter. So here it is showing 1200. Now let's check how it is 1200. Keyboard is repeated 3 times, and above 200 is only twice. That is, we have 400 and 2000. So this will not be taking because I have not given here greater than equal to. So it will only take an average of these two. That is 400 plus 2000. So totally it will be 2400. 2400 divided by 2. So now what it will do? Here it will display 1200. Now what I do is, I want to make some change in this. I will not give product. What happens if I clear the product? Will it show the result? Will it show the result if I clear this product, the criteria, whatever I have given? Will it show the result? It will not show the result because here we are doing based on more than one condition. So if you don't have the criteria properly, it will not show the result, it will show error. Now let's check with another product. I'll type here mouse. When I press enter, what it will display there in the result? In the product, I have given the criteria as mouse. What will be the answer? Will it display 0? Will it not display anything? Or will it be blank? See, we don't have any product. Okay. We don't have mouse which is greater than 200. So it is displaying what? Like this. If I change this to 250, it shows 250. It will not display 0 because we are using average ifs. If you are not given a criteria properly, it will not show the answer as 0. It will display there div divided by 0. Okay. Remember one thing, only average, use average. If you want to calculate average based on a single condition, use average if. It's similar to what we have done with some if, some ifs. Same manner, single condition, use average if. More than one condition, you have to use average ifs. Okay. Next one is, I want to use count, and count blank. Here I have given the range. What is the range I have given is A27 to C31. I have given few values. The cells contain alphabets, alphanumeric data, and few cells are blank. Okay. First, let me tell you why do we use count. Count is a function to count only numbers. So now what it does here, what it will do is it will count the cells which contains only numbers. Remember, only numbers. The cell should not contain any alphabetic data. Okay. Now to know how many cells contains only numbers, I'm using a function count. I'm selecting the range here. Now can you tell me how many cells contains only numbers? Only numbers. Okay, 6 is a correct answer. So here we have only 6 cells which contain numbers. What about data? Means the cell should not be empty. How many cells contains data here? If you want to check that, use a function here, count A, then select the range. So the result will be 13. Very good. Now I want to know, like when you enter any records, no, in between you would have left some space. That means some empty cells would be there. Okay, now I want to know, is there any blank cells within the selected range? So use a function here, count blank. So how many blank cells are there? There are totally 2 cells which are blank. Okay. Next is Countif and Countifs. Like we have done sum if, average if, sum ifs, average ifs. In the same manner, we have next, that is Countif and Countifs. Countif, it is used to count based on a single condition. Countifs more than one condition. Okay. What I'll be doing here is I will not be selecting the range. What I'll do, instead of selecting the range, I will rename the range. Okay, and then we'll start using the function. See, you remember, if I want to select the range, I will select like this, right? In between, I don't want to do that. What I want is, see the first question, calculate the number of people working in accounts department. So what I'll do, I'll give the formula. I need to select the range, means I'll be selecting this column and then I'll give the criteria. But now I don't want to do that. So what I'll do is, I will be renaming these columns. So how do I rename this? I want to rename the range that is from B34 to B39 as place column. So I have selected the range. In the name box, I'll type here as place. Then I'll press enter. It is renamed as what? Place. Now even department also I want to rename. I'll select this range. I'll type here department. I'll rename the range this from D34 to D39 as salary. And this is date of joining as DOJ itself. DOJ. See, because what I did, I selected the range. Whatever name I wanted for that range, I've typed it in name box and then you have to press enter. So that range will be renamed. If I want to select the range, now I need not to select it. If I type the name which I have given for that range, it will display the result. Okay. Now, so what is our first question? First question is, calculate the number of people working in accounts department. Now, what I want to know is, now I have to select which column. Should I select place, department, salary, or date of joining? Very good. We have to select department. So I'll give here, how many conditions we have? Only one condition. So I'll be using here count. If I use count, will it display? It will not display because it will only count numbers. It will not count if you have any text. Okay. So here I'm using Countif. Now, as I told you, I'll not be selecting the range. I have already given a name for that, right? So for accounts, I have given the name as department only. So I'll type here department. Can you see that? It is displaying the name. You can press tab key as soon as you see that. Then give comma. Now what is the criteria? Criteria is, I want to know the person, like how many persons are working in accounts. So criteria should be always given within double inverted quotes. So I'll give here accounts. So now it will display here only one, because in this range there is only one person who is working in accounts department. Okay. Next is calculate number of people from Delhi. In the given range, now I want to know how many are from Delhi. So what you need to do? You need to do, use your Countif Then you have to select the range. So what range you have to select? Before we want it for accounts department. Now I want for a place. So Delhi. So we need to select here range as place, comma. Criteria will be what? Criteria will be Delhi. Okay. Next is calculate the number of people who are earning the salary less than 3,000. Calculate the number of people who are earning the salary less than 3,000. So what I have to do, I have to select now salary column. So we have to use a function Countif again, because here now we have only single condition. So use Countif. Range will be salary, comma criteria will be what? I have to give less than 3,000. So again, it is criteria you have to give within double inverted quotes. Specify less than symbol. Type here 3,000. Close double quotes. Close the bracket. Enter. So how many are earning a salary less than 3,000? Totally, there are 4 persons who are earning a salary less than 3,000. Okay. Now, if anybody is earning a salary greater than equal to 3,000 means what you need to do? Here, instead of less than, we have to give greater than equal to. Then it shows how many are earning a salary greater than equal to 3,000. Okay. Next is count the number of people joined in 2015. Which function should I use? Should I use count or Countif? Now my condition is count. Okay, let's check with count whether it works or not. Okay. Equals count. I'll select the range. That's or else you can all directly type DOJ. It is showing 6. Is it right? See, now what's my condition? I want to know how many persons are worth. It's like how many persons are joined in 2015. Why do we use count? Count is used to count only numbers. The cell should contain numbers, not dates. So how much it showed? It showed there as something like 6, no? Why did it show as 6? It's randomly, it showed the answer 6, but it's wrong. Can I use Countif? See, I have just given was joined in 2015, but the data, what I have entered, it is not only displaying years, okay? I have entered in date format. So I have to check by using Countifs. Why? Because in a year, how many months will be there? There will be totally 12 months, right? Now, if I want to check every month how many are joined, means there's more than one condition what we have here. So what you're supposed to do is we can't use count. If you want to use count, then I should have given only years, not in a date format. If you have not given the date format, if you have just given years, of course we can use count. Okay, Countif will not work because here we have more than one condition. More than one condition means like I'm not searching for only particular date. I'm searching for like 12 months. So what I have to do, I need to use a function here that is Countifs. So I'll type here equals Countifs. Now first what it is asking for criteria range. So criteria range is nothing but DOJ, comma. Now criteria 1. Now can you tell me 2000 begins from which date? It begins from 1/1/2015, right? It ends on 12/31/2015. The date format what I'm mentioning is in MMDDYF format. Okay. So first I have to specify here 1/2015 close double quotes, comma. Next, I'll give the criteria range 2 because as we are doing in date, again criteria range 2 also will be DOJ only. And then it ends on when? It ends on 12/31/2015. So I'm giving here 12/31/2015. I have closed the parenthesis. If I press enter, will it show the result? It's not showing. Why? See, I have specified what only dates, starting date of the year and the ending date. But I don't know, no, like which are the dates and all. I've just given start date and end date, but this is not the way we give here. We have to mention what? We have to give greater than equal to this date, from this date to less than equal to the given date. If you give this, then it will show there are 3 persons who have joined in 2015. See, first we need to give what? We need to give the start date. Don't forget to give greater than equal to. Currently I have given as 1, that is 2015 means you have to check from the beginning of the year, no, first day of the year to last day of the year. If anybody has joined on 1st of 2015, if I don't give equal to, it will not be including that person. Okay, so you have to mention here greater than equal to. Even last date, if somebody has joined, if you want to include that, we need to give equal to. Here we have multiple conditions, so we have to give what? Starting date and ending date. Now if I want to check, let's say between 2014 to 2016, what I have to do? 2014 to 2016. I don't want to check for 2015 now. In this formula only, what changes I have to do? Now I want to know how many persons have joined between 2014 and 2016. Previously it was only 2015, right? But now I want to know who has joined in between 2014 and 16. What we need to do is, here instead of 5, here you have to give 4. The ending here should be what? 6. Okay. Like this, you can check. Next, what we have here is, very good, your answer is right. Next one is large. There's a function called as large. We have used your max and min, right? Within the range, we came to know like it's the highest value and it is the lowest value. But now what I want is, I want to know in a given range, which is the first largest, which is the second largest, like that. Okay. In this range, here the data ranges from A42 to D43. Okay. Give your large. Now select the range. Now I want to know which is the third highest value in a given range. Can anyone tell me which is the third largest value in the given range? I hope you have understood the question. Okay, let's check. Yes, very good. Now we'll give here fifth. Which is the fifth largest value here? Fifth largest value. Third was 75. Fifth is, very good. Now if you want to, in a similar way, for smallest value, equals, small is a function, you need to select the range. Now I want to know the sixth smallest value in the range. Okay, So which is the sixth smallest value in the range? So in this range, the sixth smallest value is 75. Okay. Do you have any doubts in this statistical function? If you have any doubts in statistical function, please let me know in a chat. Okay. So next, we will start date function. Okay. Now, when I say date function, it is here we'll be using functions only for dates. Okay. Now, we have totally three columns. That is month column is a day and then year. But it is not combined, means it is not in date format. So now what I want is I want to combine it and then change to date. Like when I give here, when I combine it, it should come as 3 slash day, that is 8 slash 2015. Now what we have to combine month, date and year, we use a function called as date. Select here year. Where is the year? I have given year in C column, that is in C4. Select it and then select your month, then select your date. Close the bracket, enter. See here, 3/8/2015. If I fill it, it will show the combined date for other cells also. So which function we use to combine the date? To combine the date, we use date function. But here you have to mention month, date, and year. Okay. Before going to today function, if you just want to know, like whatever date you just set in your system, there is a shortcut key. If you press Control semicolon, it will display current system date. Remember, current system date means the date which is currently showing. Okay. If it is showing the wrong date, then it will show the same date. It will not show today's date. Control semicolon is a shortcut key to insert the current system date. If you want to know time now, you can use Control Shift colon. It will display current system time. Okay. So now, if I want to just display today's date without using a shortcut key, we have a function here, today. Type today, open the bracket and close bracket. Press enter. So it is displaying the current system date. In my system, whatever date is set, it is set as today's date only. So it is showing today's date. Okay. Now here we have combined the date, right? But now here I want to separate date as separate, month as separate, and year as separate. So if I want to know the day here, day is not here, day is nothing but a number, date. It's not Monday, Sunday, and all. So give a function here, day, select number, it will display here 17. 17 is what? Date. Give equals, then give here month, select the number 2. If you want to know year, year is a function, select the date, it will display year. If you want to know both the current system date and time, there is a function called as now. Just give equals, type now, open the parenthesis, close the parenthesis, enter. So it will display the current system date and time. If you want to display only date, we'll be using which function? Today. If you want to display both date and time, then we'll be using now. Now, I want to know the difference between two dates. To know the difference between two dates, there is a function called date diff. What is the function name? Date diff. Um, Here I have given the start date as 1/1/2017 and end date as 1/3/2019. But instead, what I do is here I'll give some other date. Let's say 1995. Let's check what is the date here. So it is Saturday, August 5th. Let me give 7th. So here have given 8/7/1995. That means 7th of August 1995. And the end date I'll give today's date only. So how will I give today? I want to display here today's date. Which function I have to use? Which function I have to use to display the current system date? Should I use today or now? To display only today's date. To display only the current system date, we use what? We use today. Very good. Now I want to know, I'm going to start date, no? Let's take an example of a person who started his career in the 1995, got retired today. I've given today function, okay, is the time today. Now I want to know how many years he has worked. Okay, I want to know his experience in terms of years. Okay, so I'm using a function here, date diff. See here, it is not showing date diff because it's a hidden function. Open a parenthesis, select the start date, then comma, select the end date. If comma. To know the difference between two dates, we'll be using date diff. First, what I have done, I have given equals date diff. I have selected the start date, comma, end date, comma. Now I want to know in terms of years. So here I'm typing y. It will display number of years. Okay. If I press enter, it will show 25. If I want to show here as 25 years along with the text, which is like I told you in our text function, there is one symbol which I mentioned to combine. Okay, which is that symbol I mentioned to combine more than one function? Anyone? To combine more than one function, I specified one character, one symbol. Which is that symbol? So that symbol is ampersand. I won't display here with the text along with that years. Okay, that is years. So it will show 25 years. If I want to know months, equals date diff, start date, comma, end date, comma. If you want to know how many months, M, close double quotes, close the parenthesis. I won't display the text there. I'm using your ampersand, and here I'll mention months, close double quotes, enter. If you want to know how many days, equals date diff, select the start date, comma, end date, comma. Here I want to know exactly how many days. You have to use your D for days. Close the parenthesis, ampersand. Here you have to give days. So it will display these many days. See, now it is only showing in terms of years, months, and days. But I want to know exactly like how many months, how many days, and how many years. So it is showing 25, but I want to know exactly like 25 years, 2 months, 3 days, like that. So to check, I have to combine this date diff. See, I'll be using date diff only thrice. And to combine it, I'll be using that symbol with symbol, ampersand symbol. So first what you need to do, start with the equals date diff, open a parenthesis, start date, comma, end date, comma, give y, close double quotes, close the parenthesis. I want it to display here years, so I'll give here years. Now I want to combine again date diff, so I have to use ampersand date diff, open parenthesis, start date, comma, end date, comma. If you want the exact months, here you have to give ym, close the parenthesis, ampersand. Here I wanted to display how many months. Again, I have to use once again date diff, select start date, comma, end date, comma, within double quotes. You have to give your MD to display the exact days of ampersand. Now here you have to give days. So it is showing 25 years, 6 months, and 10 days. Let's check whether this formula is correct or not. Let's change the date and check. Okay, it is showing 25 years, 6 months, 10 days. Let's check with the simple dates. I'll give the starting date of this year till today. Okay, starting date of this year is what? 1/1/2021. Enter. So it is showing here 1 month, 47 days. Here it is changing. Here you can check 1 month, 16 days. Like when you make change here also be updated. You can see here how many days? 1 month, 16 days. Doing Control Z, you can see here whatever date we have previously given for that is shown. Okay. If you want to check from your birth till today what is your exact age and all, you can use this. So what you have to do, you have to use this function. You can see date diff. First you have to specify start date, then end date. If you see this format, you'll understand. But whenever you are combining more than one function, no, we'll be using this ampersand symbol. This one, once you practice, you'll get to know. I think like when you're practicing, no, there'll be a simple mistake. Like you would have not given double quotes, or you would have not given ampersand symbol. So when you're trying, see to that you don't make those mistakes. Okay. See the formula again. Y for years, YM for exact months, and MD for exact days. If you don't want to know the exact one, you can use individually like this. Dative, Y for years. If you want to know months, it will show months. If you want to know days, it will display your days. Any doubts in this? If you have any doubts in this, please let me know in the chat. Okay. Start now. I want to know how many working days. So previously by using date diff, we came to know the difference, like how to calculate the difference between two dates. Okay. Now I want to know how many working days are there in a month. Now here I'll give this year's January details, that is 1/1/2021. In date I'll give here 1/31/2021. Why did I give 1 there? Because it's in MMDD YY format. Holidays we had on, so we'll have 2 holidays in the government holidays. So 15th was Sankranti, the same date I have given 2021, and 26th will also be a holiday. It's a government holiday that I'm mentioning here. So start date is 1/1/2021, end date is 1/31/2021, and in this column I have specified holidays. Okay. Now I want to know how many working days will be there in a month, and mainly in this cell I don't want to include the holidays. Without including the holidays, I want to know how many working days were there in January month. Equals network days as a function. Select the start date, comma, end date. Now don't give dy anything, just close a parenthesis, press enter. It is showing 21. Is it right? Only 21 working days were there in last month. See, by default, this network days considers Saturday, Sunday as a weekend. Okay, so it is showing, it is not including the Saturday, Sunday. It is just showing, means it is considering Saturday, Sunday as a weekend. Leaving that, there will be totally 21 working days. Let's say you have got only 1 day as a weekend, like only Sunday. Then can I use this function? If I use, what happens? It will only show for Saturday, Sunday, like where Saturday, Sunday is a weekend. But if I got only weekend on Sunday, I don't have Saturday holiday, I have only Sunday holiday. So if I have to do that, we should not use network days. We have to use another function. It is network days.intl. Here we can customize the parameters. Now you can see start date. Select start date, then give comma, end date, comma. Can you see here? It is showing the list of numbers. One is nothing but Saturday, Sunday is a weekend. Sunday, Monday. Here you can. It is showing the numbers. If I have only Sunday holiday, what is the number it is showing? It is showing 11. Type 11. Now it will show how many working days were there, excluding Sunday. Means here it is considering Sunday as a weekend, not Saturday, Sunday. Here Saturday, Sunday as a weekend. Here only Sunday. So there's totally 26 working days were there, without including holidays. Now let's include holidays here. Okay, equals network days. If I include in this network days holidays, how much it will display? Any idea? Before it was showing 21. Okay, when I did not include holidays. Now I'm going to include holidays. So how many working days it will show now? If you have only one holiday, you have to just select like this and close a parenthesis. If you have more than one, you would have given in a different cell. This should not give within a cell only. Give it in different cells. Select the range like this. Close a parenthesis. Press enter. So now it is showing how many working days were there. Like including this holidays, it is 19. Okay. But now let's check here. Equals network days dot intl. Select the start date, comma, end date, comma, weekend. Here I'm selecting as 11, comma, holidays. So if I select these 2 holidays, what will be the result? The result will be 20. code. Okay. If I want to change it, now let's say Friday, Saturday is a weekend, not only Sunday. Then what I have to do? Tell me what I have to do to change this to change the weekend format to Friday, Saturday. What I have to give here? I've selected start date, comma end date. Now we can see the list there where it is showing for the weekends. Now tell me what is the number I have to specify to display a working days where Friday and Saturday is a weekend. So what number I have to give? So I have to mention here 7. Very good. So it will show 21. Now if I give here 7, it shows here 20. Okay. If you want to customize with different days, we have to use this networkbase.intl. If you're not using a customized dates, that is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or only Sunday, only Saturday, then you can directly use this. If you're using customized dates, then go for this. Here now, I have some data. I have entered some random characters. This is the birth date. Let me change the name here. Okay. These people are working. Okay. So these are the birth dates. And the retirement date I have already mentioned here. Like retirement age, I have given a 65. When they attain a age of 65, they have to get retired. So what I want to know is, I want to know how many more years they have to get retired. So what I have to use? Any guesses? Now I have already used a function. Okay, to know the difference between two dates. Now you tell me which date means which function I have to use. Should I use today, now, network days, or date diff? Which function I have to use to know how many years are remaining to get retired? Any guesses? Okay, date diff. Very good. So now what I have to give here? From today I want to know. So now here I'll give equals. You have to give date diff, DATE DIF. Okay, open a parenthesis. Now first you have to mention, if I want to know from today, I have to give a function today, comma, retirement date, comma. If I want to know in terms of years, what I have to give? I have to give here y. Don't forget to give it in double quotes. Press enter. It is showing 8 more years. See? So this is how we can know how many more years are pending. Okay. Remember, if you want to display only date, we use which function? Today. Both date and time, we use now. If you want to use shortcut keys also, you can use control semicolon for date, control shift colon is for time. Okay. If you want to know how many working days are there, we'll be using network days. And if you want to know the difference between two dates, which function will be using? Date diff. Okay. So in our next sessions, we'll continue with different functions. Okay. Thank you.